Welcome to the realest podcast ever, episode 29. All right. It's your boy, White TC Diddy, Black T, Matt to the left of me. And what's going on, big guy? How are you?
I'm here, man.
You made it.
I made it.
Made it. Is Sunday the end of the week or the beginning of the week?
In bus life, it's the beginning.
Okay.
So.
In some people's life, it's the end of the week. Like for me, as like a promoter, I live for the weekend, so it's like the end of the week.
No, yeah, the week's just starting. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
Either way, we all over the place.
Yeah.
This week's episode of TRPE is sponsored by Salon Ray, hair salon and bundle boutique in Philadelphia's Germantown section, specializing in natural hair care extensions and custom units. Visit thesalonray.com, that's thesalonrae.com, to book an appointment or to purchase top quality virgin unprocessed bundles, closures, frontals, and units. Follow them on IG at jazz.salonray, and you can reach them via phone at 215-460-4013. A lot of action going on this week. A lot of stuff to talk about.
It was a bad nigga week.
Yeah, it was a bad nigga week.
It was just a.
It was a bad nigga week and a bad nigger week.
Yeah, it was all the way bad, man.
Black men down 97 this week.
Yeah.
A couple small victories here and there, but for the most part, they was trying to get us up out of here. The cabal was working overtime this week.
Yeah.
Where do we want to start? It's a lot of topics, but
I'm going to say this, man. R. Kelly, regardless of him and all this shit, he the best R&B singer ever.
All time.
It's not even close.
The GOAT.
He's the GOAT. He peed on the young girl.
Peed on a young girl.
Cool. He's got a little bitches in an abandonmenium. Apparently he has an abandonmenium built in the mansion.
Yeah.
That he keeps them in.
Y'all in the hostel part of the mansion.
Did you see the videos?
Yes.
That was like a Resident Evil house. The chick was sitting in. I'm like, Kel's a fucking freak. Then he took her to the park to make her look more free the next day.
Took that bitch to the park. Bitches love the park. We need, you know what I'm saying? Like he looking back, Kel's talking to his hostile video team, like, yo, that last video, you're fucking up. You're making the Kels look bad.
Yeah.
Take the bitch outside. You got all this acres around here. You fucking shooting videos in the basement. What's wrong with y'all?
Kel's, what's crazy to me is the people digging up the old Kel's videos.
Oh man,
they found the joint. He's talking about marrying his mom. It's like
the Oedipus complex video.
It's like Kel's.
He said, I actually asked her to marry me several times, and she said no. Nigga, what the fuck was she supposed to say?
And then the one where he comes out with
the all you gotta be is 18.
Yo. And the chick, I posted it, and the chick was like, look, he got all his kidnappers with him. It is a bunch of grown-ass men.
It looked like the villain from Despicable Me with his minions. Like, that's exactly what it looked like.
Yeah.
Like, it was Kels and 3 other guys dressed identical to Kels with sunglasses on so that you can't fully identify them when the kidnapping takes place.
They're not even performing a song. They just recruiting young bitches.
This is ad-libs.
Yeah.
This is before I perform Bump and Grind.
Yeah.
Here's a disclaimer. All you got to do is be 18 and we can play house tonight.
You can come home with me. You be the mama and I will be the daddy. Kels is freaks.
He humped the air.
Yeah.
That's rape culture.
Yeah.
He raped the shit out of the air, man. The air didn't ask for that.
Kels is something else, man. I was fucked up with that. But being a sexual deviant.
It's a full-time job.
Apparently. It's like, whatever.
Kels, this is how deep Kels is into his freak shit. He stiff-armed his wife to go fucking start this hostel.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I got shit to do. I'm going to go ahead and give you about 10, 11 million. I got young bitches to screw. See you later.
Well, somebody the other day was like, he's the Christopher Columbus
of YBOD. Yeah, that was me.
And I'm like, yo, he really is.
Absolutely.
Like, Kels was on Young Bitches when y'all didn't know what it was.
Yeah, Kels was on Young. He's a young bitch pioneer.
Y'all thought the earth was flat.
Right.
Kels
landed on Plymouth Rock.
Kels had already found the young bitch.
Kels went as far as taking Aaliyah to Mexico to marry her. He wrote and produced an album
Ain't Nothing But
called
a Number.
Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, and who's in the background? Creepy silhouette.
Yeah.
Kels. He been telling us from day zero. Like, what's up? R. Kelly here. Robert Kelly here.
What video was it where he was on that big ass couch? Was that Half on a
Half
Baby?
on a Baby.
I remember the day I saw that.
He had on a button-up wife beater.
And I thought to myself, like, Kel's got to fuck a lot of bitches. When he was on that couch, I'm like, yo, how do these hoes be acting a fool for this
He
nigga?
had braids and a button-up wife beater just in case he had to go to family court after smashing something on the couch.
What are your top 5 Kel songs?
I Believe I Can Fly.
Oh, Lord.
I Wish.
That's up there.
The World's Greatest.
Bingo.
12 Play.
Okay.
And fuck. I'm gonna just stick with 4. I know it's something. I'm gonna piss myself off. A Step in the Name of Love.
I'm gonna go Happy People.
Okay. Strong.
Down Low.
Oh, down.
The name now is all over the place. But children, trust me, in the 90s, there was nothing cooler than Down Low. I Wish. If I Could Turn Back the Hands of Time.
Vicious.
And The World's Greatest. You know, The World's Greatest, a lot of people don't know this. When I was young, I used to sell weed. And every morning before I left out the house, I would play that song. And
The World's Greatest Weed Dealer.
Yeah, and I would literally be like, yo, nobody's going to sell more weed than me. Because that song, no bullshit, that shit used to put me in a zone that was insane.
Selling 7 pounds today.
Like, I want to get a boxer robe. Go ahead. That shit was real. Did you see Fat Joe talking about Kels?
Yes, man. The Fight Club and shit.
He said, Kels, like, put the tape on.
He said Kels was like, no. He's like, I've been boxing, man. He's like, I fuck niggas up. He's like, get out of here. He's like, no, get him. He said he told one of his assistants, man, get the tape.
Said Kels came out to the World's Greatest in a fight club. Like, how the fuck you got theme music
Like at a banquet
fight club? Like, Kels crazy.
Said it was like a Mexican Michael Buffer. Like, R. Kelly.
Fiesta has to be up there, too.
Oh, shit.
That was a great song.
The original and the remix.
The remix, the original didn't have Jay on it? I thought the remix.
Original, I think, was Jadakiss.
Ah, you're right. Yeah, it was Jay-Z and his
Chicago goon, his minions.
His
Yeah,
Chicago,
Boo and Gotti,
yeah.
who eventually signed to Cash Money.
Yeah. They were on I Wish remix. That was the
Yeah.
shit too.
Yeah.
Kel's got another big ass song we forgetting about.
Kel's got a ton of big ass songs we forgetting about.
Oh, Trapped in the Closet.
Yeah,
That was a smash.
1 through 87.
Yeah, 1 through 5 was great. 5 through 900.
Jump the shark.
Yeah, nah. It was midgets and shit running around. I couldn't fuck with Kel's after that.
Who was in the closet?
Kel's literally like
Oh, Ignition.
Ignition. Joseph.
It's the
Justin, not Joseph.
Kel's got on Ignition.
Ignition remix.
Kel's
is-
got on a remix Ignition and said, now, usually I don't do this,
this.
but I'm going to give y'all a taste of the remix.
Yeah.
And then sung the whole song.
Ignition remix is probably the best R&B hook of the 2000s.
Listen, I was at Bar 27. I played Ignition remix. Motherfuckers got mad at me. I'm like, yo, this is one of the greatest songs ever.
You played it.
I put it on the jukebox.
Ah.
Motherfuckers was like, what is this shit? I got cursed out for playing
Yo,
Ignition
me
remix.
and Feek were at what's the nigga bar on 62nd and Market?
Kiffs.
Kiffs. And it was real niggerific. Like it was
It's like, ah.
like bitches was like dancing to Jeezy and you know how they act and shit. And I'm like, yo,
Corporate thugging was in the air.
yeah, corporate thugging all over the place. I seen people like, if she don't know corporate thugging, she not for me. And I'm like, I kind of like that my girl doesn't know corporate thugging, but that's neither here nor there. But you know how they were. The niggas was blowing hookah smoke and acting a fool.
Yeah.
And me and Feek was leaving out. And I was like, I'm going to fuck up everybody's night. And he was like, what do you mean? I'm like, give me $2 for the jukebox. And as we were walking out, you know, you can put an extra $1 to play
Yeah.
the next song. I put on Gloria Stefan, Congo, and walked out the bar. Oh. But yeah, Ignition remix. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, how can we forget about
That
that?
hook
man?
was crazy. Kells is such a dope artist,
Yes.
singer, writer. He peed on the girl, and he came out of jail. Remember, he was wearing the Zorro mask and shit.
He was wearing it in the hotel video.
God, I forgot about Hotel. Ooh, when that shit dropped, damn.
Yeah, that was that shit. You know what my biggest now memory of Hotel is?
We got room keys. What's the greatest ad-lib ever? Fucking Hotel. I forgot about that.
When Meek and Cassidy was beefing, Meek was like, you made Coming to my hotel, a dumbass song. Drum and bass, a dumbass song. Drinking my two-step, a dumbass song. Like, he was just dissing all
those
songs.
songs
All
was
the
hot.
songs was hot as shit. You
Those
playing
songs
games,
was
me.
smoking.
Playing games,
Damn,
bro.
but yeah, Kels literally he had us fucking with Nick Cannon.
Yes. Gigolo.
He gave Ron Isley Contagious.
Yeah.
Like, he literally gave away so many hits. It wasn't even funny, yo.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot about Hotel. Kel's really the GOAT.
Fucking deviant, but
I told my homie was like, you really think Kel's like the king of R&B? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you could take the next 6 people on the list, put them all together, they not fucking with Kel.
bro, shit for Celine Dion, all type of motherfuckers.
Like, it's still elementary schools singing I Believe I Can Fly.
Absolutely.
They gotta sing it.
Yeah. Pissed on the kid, don't matter.
Don't matter.
She asked for it.
Like the Michael Jackson. Like, I remember Chris Rock was like, we love Michael Jackson so much. Michael Jackson was accused of child rape, and we swept that shit under the rug. Like, that's how good Thriller was. And it's like, yeah, like, Kel's made so much good music, you really like, whatever.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Somebody the other day, a chick, she was like, yeah, I went to Kel's concert last year. This nigga was just out of fucking control. I'm like, yo, he a real life deviant.
They said that his ticket sales have surged
soaring.
amid the controversy.
Dog.
Like, motherfuckers didn't even know Kells was on tour. Now they searching R. Kelly, the Live Nation link popping up.
Yeah.
They like, let me get these Kells tickets, man, see
Real
what he's
shit.
talking about.
Kel's the fucking GOAT, man.
Not to be outdone.
That was Monday.
That was Monday.
Yeah.
Not to be outdone by Kells. Another R&B legend, Usher, out here giving that hot cock to any and everybody who want it right now.
Yo, remember when Ra was on the show? Shout out Ra. Ra was like, imagine if Usher popped up with a white girl. And I'm like, he's popped up with everything else.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't be shocking. It's like, this nigga has a blonde.
Yeah, he popped up with an Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, the Golden Lord
Yeah,
shit he got
nigga,
going
you're
on.
40. Why do you have this haircut?
Usher apparently has given more than one woman herpes now.
Yeah. Fucking Famous got the settlement papers and put it on their website along with the
wow.
check.
Oh, wow.
Cashier's check. $1.1 million, and they gave the breakdown, the 80-20 split between the girl and the attorney. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. How do y'all have this? Then 2 days later, he got hit with another lawsuit.
I gotta be an attorney.
For
Attorney got $200,000. Hey, Usher,
open and
the
shut
bitch
case.
said you burn her. That's a quick $200,000.
It's nothing to talk about. Like,
That's crazy, man.
especially if you know you did it.
You remember Usher and R. Kelly did a song together?
Yeah,
the
same girl.
I remember the end when he came up, they both came up and touched her on each shoulder. And
Yeah.
she like, look, somebody posted it the other day with the caption, when you got to decide between getting burnt or
Getting peed on.
getting burnt or getting peed on. Then somebody posted it was like, when you get burnt and then you get peed on to put out the fire. I'm like, why are y'all like this, man?
So after he cashed out the 1.1, he got hit with another $10 million lawsuit
Yeah.
by another girl who must have been watching the blogs and was like, oh shit, I just sucked Usher's dick a few days ago. I'm exposed also. So now she's probably about to get another 7-figure settlement. It's like, Usher, you gotta relax, bro.
Yeah, if you got
This shit is
herpes.
getting expensive.
Yeah.
Like, you about to have a potential $4 million week depending on how this next joint goes.
They
Like,
might put you in jail.
yeah,
Like, they'll lock you up.
you out here around Mexico and bitches.
Yeah, Ron Mexico. Jesus Christ.
Shout
That
out to
was,
Michael Vick
that was
nut ass.
Vic. Yeah, his stupid ass. I fucked with Vic for so many. It's been a bad nigga week.
Yeah, we stood through Vic through a lot, my nigga. Like, then you turn around and do this shit for a on-air analyst job, telling Colin Kaepernick he need to cut his hair. Nigga, did you cut your hair when you got caught fighting all them dogs, nigga?
Mike Vick, man. That I was one of Vic's biggest fans when he went through his whole shit.
Yeah,
and
we
coming
all
back
was.
And him. You know, I'm not even an Eagles fan, but
Yeah.
I liked Vic. And I remember when they did the comeback against the Giants, him and Deshaun, like, Vic was so special. Remember, he got another $100 million contract.
Yeah.
Like, you had to fuck with Vic. So to see him, who he went through all the bullshit he went through, to see him come out, mind you, Colin Kaepernick's not a criminal. He's
all.
never been arrested for some stupid. The man,
Constantly puts his money where his mouth is.
the man is literally just standing up for social injustice. That's it. To see you, a fucking felon, talk to this nigga and act like Mike Vick was talking like he was an owner in the NFL, and he it came off like a what's the ball from the Clippers? Donald Sterling. It came off like that, and it's like, dog, your little brother a wild little nappy ass headed nigga. Like, to see Vick do that when he didn't have to was just like, just to sit up there with Jason Whitlock and fucking
of all people,
and Jason Whitlock was eating it the fuck up, just going crazy. That's a sad.
Yeah.
It's been a bad nigga week.
Absolutely.
It's just been a bad nigga week. I'm glad the Kevin Hart shit was false.
Yeah, no, but listen, remember when it originally broke, I sent the John to the group chat with me, you, and Rye, and then immediately I was like, this shit looks fake.
I seen it on Twitter, and I'm like, yeah, this can't be real.
I'm like, listen, it's other white ladies walking by, like, it's mad, like, nondescript, like, it ain't like he ain't on like no back block or no shit, like
creepy shit.
It's just like he's in front of wherever he was. It might have been a movie set, it might have been whatever. She probably a publicist. You know what I'm saying? Who knows who the girl was, but it was another girl in the car. She was in the back seat. He was talking to her. They was having a conversation. I'm like, yo, this is nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I got video surveillance during my day-to-day and they send it to me, I'd be like, a lot of shit I do look guilty as fuck and I'm not doing nothing. This was nothing.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy that you got to deal with that, though, when you get to that level.
Yeah.
Like, they said that they tried to sell him the photo.
Yeah, he's like,
and he's like, no.
For what?
Fuck?
I know I didn't do shit.
And
do
they sold the shit to the blogs. And it's like the blogs that eat it the fuck up because that's just clicks.
And it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, it's disheartening because it's like, this is what you got to go through as a successful black man. Like, you got motherfuckers or know something is a lie and still run to the media with it because they can make a buck off of it and get traffic off of your celebrity. Like, they might have paid $300,000, $400,000 or some shit for that shit, and it's straight bullshit. And what they did was they tried to milk it as much as possible. They cut still photos out of the video and then came back and uploaded, like, oh, y'all don't believe us? Here's the video with the damning evidence. So we still don't believe you. Like, he didn't do nothing.
I said, I'm like, Kev ain't got the heart to be running around with no white queens. I don't see him
take a different level savage.
Yeah, I don't see him wilding like that.
But if he was, a white girl in a Lexus is a good place to start. It don't get no more nondescript than that unless you got like a Camry.
I said it. I was like, if he was, I'm like, first things first, why is he in that Lexus? And then somebody added me back on Twitter, was like, celebrities do that so they could not get noticed. I'm like,
it's Kevin Hart.
But he got never mind. Never mind. Don't worry about
Kevin Hart. He's the most recognizable black actor in the universe right now. Like, he's going to get noticed. It's like saying Will Smith not going to get noticed. Like, nah, you going to get noticed, man.
Did you see the video the bull had about the Kevin Hart mural?
No.
The bull, he was talking about Kevin Hart bringing the money to the city. You ain't see that shit?
Oh, my God. He said, I'm going to have my graffiti niggas.
My graffiti niggas.
I'm like, yo, who has a team of well-trained graffiti niggas from the Badlands on standby in 2017?
Said, I bought cheesesteak from Max's every fucking day. They put my faces up there. I was fucking dying. I'm going to send my graffiti niggas.
I was like, this nigga's tripping. I'm going to watch this video again because it's hilarious, but this nigga's tripping. Like,
oh, man.
My graffiti niggas.
Yeah, fucking, we had Usher, we had R. Kelly, we had
Kev,
Mike Vick. The fake Kev shit. And as bad as the nigga week was going, let me put this in perspective. As bad as the nigga week was going, the granddaddy, OG, O.J. Simpson, saves the nigga week.
Got out, and not only did he get out.
Well, he's not out yet.
Well, he's getting out. Not only is he getting out.
But the juice is loose. Well, gonna be loose.
Gonna be loose, and he can smoke weed and drink.
He just can't draw. I don't know how that's gonna work.
He's owed $400,000 from his NFL pension, backdated from when he was locked up. Plus, he got $25K a month coming from him, and you know the TV appearances and the exclusive interviews is about to go down.
For those that don't know, OJ served 9 years of a 33-year sentence. He's got to walk off 24 years. It's gonna be very difficult for the juice. Got to walk off 24 years.
He should just go in the house and get his import-export game on as far as with the broads and just stay out of the way. At least for like 7 years.
At least.
Just fly under the radar, and maybe they'll just start letting you report via phone or something.
Yeah. But we know OJ. We know Juice don't take it lightly.
You know, Live Grand Opening is going to be Grand Reopening is going to be with the Juice.
Yeah.
Live on Sunday.
OJ's coming out.
With a starring Orenthal.
Did you watch the parole hearing?
I watched part of it. They said he was very arrogant and talkative.
This is my knock when people say that. I saw a lot of, what's the proper term for white people?
Anglo-Saxons.
Anglo-Saxon. I saw a lot of Anglo-Saxons voicing their
disagreement.
Their anger.
Okay.
I'll say their anger with OJ getting released. He was convicted for armed robbery, a few other charges. A lot of them were bullshit charges.
Gotcha.
He got sentenced to 33 years. He served 9, so he served 30% of his time. OJ, realistically, this is his first conviction in his life. He's 60 years old when this shit happened. Anybody else on earth who was locked up for this crime at 60, not having a gun, first time ever going to jail, ever being convicted of something, they would have got paroled on their first time.
And they wouldn't have got a 33-year sentence.
They wouldn't have got 33 years.
Yeah, to begin with.
But their first time going to the parole board at 70, they'd have been home.
Yeah.
It's no way around it. People legit were going nuts. If you watch CNN with Anderson Cooper, them white folks were so you would have thought like they canceled like MASH or Murder, She Wrote. Like white folks were pissed.
Golden Girls is preempted for the NBA Finals.
I mean, they were angry, and now they were all of this shit was going back to 95.
Yeah.
The chick in the parole hearing even said, we got a lot of, she held them up. It was this many letters. She was like, we got a lot of letters on your behalf. We got a lot of letters, against you. All of the letters we got against you were pertaining to the 95 trial. That has nothing to do with this. She's like, but we're not even paying attention to any of it, and it's out the window. And OJ was like, thank you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, white folks won't get over 95.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
The man, Dave Chappelle said, how could you shake his hand? He's a murderer. It's like, yo, he ran for 2,000 yards. And he was acquitted. What the fuck? Like it's just one of them things. You're gonna have to let it go.
Yeah.
You might not want to. OJ and one of the black chicks that was on Anderson Cooper, she said it. OJ didn't run from trial. He didn't go to Cuba. He didn't flee. He didn't post bail and go fly to Japan and where there's no extradition. He went to trial, and he beat the justice system. Yeah. The justice system that a lot of times, she's like, there are a lot of people, black and white and Asian and Spanish, in jail who didn't commit the crime. I know somebody personally who's doing a double life for a double murder that he did not do. I'm positive of that.
Right.
Everyone knows what really the fuck happened. It's the justice system. Right. You gamble. When they come to you and say, yo, take this plea deal for 8 years, and you like, no, I'm going to go to trial, and you take it to trial and they convict you and they give you 25,
you got to bite that.
You had a shot to take the 8 and walk the fuck out of there in fucking 5.5.
Yeah.
You knew what you was trying to do, not go there. So it's like, yo, OJ, he went to trial.
Yeah.
He won the trial.
Outright.
He was acquitted.
He was fully acquitted. No double jeopardy, none of that.
You got to let it go. Granted, it's OJ, so OJ knew what he was doing. He's like, yo, I'm going to get the best lawyers. Yeah. I'm not just going to get Lee Bailey. No, I'm putting Shapiro out there, too. I'm getting Kardashian, too, and I'm getting Cochran. Yeah. Nigga, this the dream team. Right. That's crazy. But it's like, yo, he did it.
That's how you mount a defense. That's how you don't end up like Sean. You fucking mount a real defense. And the same way that they fucking attempt to throw the book at you with all these prosecution dream teams and all that shit, you got to throw the same shit back at them via your defense team. And the reason why most people get railroaded in court is because they don't have the stamina to go to court with the right type of legal counsel that it takes to beat certain charges.
Right.
Like Irv Gotti said he spent like $3-4 million fighting the feds. But that's how you ultimately beat them, because you have the financial wherewithal to go to court and to mount a defense.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like OJ, for me, it's just amazing to me that he's still he's
so polarizing.
Yeah, that's the part that fucks me up. It's like you on CNN when the headline was the hearing of the century. And I'm like, what the fuck?
This has nothing to do with the shit from 22 years
No,
ago.
but this is the hearing. Like the Anderson Cooper was like, parole hearings are never televised. Dog, that shit was on 3, 6, 10, 17, 29, ESPN, the fucking cooking channel,
CNN,
Food
C-SPAN.
Network. You couldn't watch Diners, Drivers, and Dives, nothing. OJ was on every fucking channel there was.
Goat, man.
And that's why I'm like, after all this time, but you know what happens is you turn it on, and
the longer the trial goes, the better it is for the defense.
It's like the shit comes on and you have to watch it. And OJ went right back into OJ. Like, he don't turn. And that's what people are like, oh, he's arrogant. He's smug.
He's one of the most charming motherfuckers to ever walk the face of this earth.
That don't leave. You don't turn that off.
Yeah.
That's just forever. So he was in there cracking. Yo, when the parole board left to go make their decision, he had the bailiffs, the report, he had them falling out laughing because he was cracking jokes.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. You were for parole. How the fuck can you crack jokes?
You might be back in this bitch for 24 more and you playing games.
And OJ was just being the fuck OJ.
Yeah.
That's why when they granted the parole and he did the thank you and like you seen what he start like pointing. I don't know if you seen the video where the boy was doing the voiceover. Like, thank you, nigga, over there in the corner.
Yeah, I saw that.
Thank you, nigga, that didn't believe in me. I remember he was walking, I was like, call me, nigga. You on the list? OJ was really just working the room.
Yeah.
And that's OJ.
Yeah.
That's not going to stop. It's never going to not be there. He going to be 100. And
Juice.
he looked good for 70.
Yeah, they look damn good.
I don't think he can kill nobody no more because he's slow. He moving slow. But
The arthritis kicking in.
yeah, he good. 400,000 lump sum, 25 racks a month.
Yeah. And all of the TV appearances and interviews and book deals and all that shit.
He gonna get
again.
a couple mil from the television shit.
Yeah.
The book. I told my homie, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if OJ get a reality show, and if he do, it'll be the #1 reality show on television
ever.
Like, it's just no way around it. At this point,
Yeah.
as starved as we are for fucking anything, OJ will fucking
My favorite
feast.
meme out of the whole shit was the Jay-Z meme where it was like,
OJ's downstairs.
OJ downstairs. He want to talk to you about the album. Had the Mr. Krabs shit.
And I said, that's fucked up for Hov. Like, you ain't drop an album in a couple of years. Then you drop it, and the big joint off of there is the story of OJ.
OJ get right out.
This nigga get paroled in 2 weeks. Like, that's some bullshit.
They bound to bump into each other.
Have to.
Business Insider reports he can expect $20 million for a book deal.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
The juice, man.
The juice is loose.
Told you, Juice saved this terrible ass nigga week. Terrible niggas, Tyga.
Tyga actually was on the Breakfast Club making sense.
It was weird. It was weird that he was making so
He was
much
making
sense.
so much sense.
It's so weird.
Like, he had his shit together. Like, even with the cornrows, I was like, yo, this is like new Tyga. It's like Coke and new Coke, new Tyga. Like, he was making absolute sense. I hated his jean jacket. He had on like a Gerbeau jean jacket or some shit.
Yeah,
that joint was mad baggy.
Tyga's always doing
But he
some
was
weird
making
shit.
sense. And the main thing I took away from that was, he said, yeah, I was friends with the girl. I started hanging around her. I didn't hit her till she was 18. He's lying.
Yeah.
At the very least, he got his dick sucked. For those listening, we all saw Belly.
Yeah.
We know what happened when Keisha called Kiana.
Yeah.
Bun said, we can't have sex. I'm too young, but I did suck his dick the night before last. So that was going down. She's a white girl. She was giving that mouth up. So that's number one. You're lying on that front, Tyga. Number two, the thing that he said that made absolute sense was the status of all his quote-unquote financial woes. He said, I've been broken up with Shorty for 7 months. You haven't heard nothing about me having no type of financial trouble. What does that tell you? The shit was a lie. They was planting stories. Somebody from over there was planting stories in the media to make me look like a sucker. You know what I'm saying? And it was working. People was believing the shit. He's like, but I never had nothing repossessed. She bought me a Bentley. I bought her a Ferrari. What, you know what I'm saying?
And what's crazy is I was saying this shit to one of my homies. I'm like, Tyga was like doing super good.
Yeah.
Like, he had like a rose gold Lambo. He had a rose gold SLS. Like,
Yeah.
huh?
He got some money.
Yeah, like that's Talib in the studio, folks.
Hanging out. But yeah, no, Tyga was like 20 M's up when he got with the girl. Plus, I know people like my man Bonnick is out Cali. He do art and shit. And he was telling me 5-6 years ago, like Tyga came into the game with 2-3 million already. Like them Cali niggas know how to get to bread. It's just a different type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be having access to money and all that shit. And Tyga parents was loaded apparently. They was like some business owners or whatever. So he came into the game with money and then he ran up his own check before he even got with Wayne. So for him to go in there and say, yeah, I did XYZ, I'm like, sounds plausible. And then for him to say, yeah, Cash Money owed me 12 to 15 M's and I cut them a check for an M to get out of the deal. And I'm going to wait till Wayne get his check to get mine. It's like, this nigga's loaded.
At this point, Cash Money owe everyone. We should sue Cash Money.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's
Just
try our
fuck it.
hand.
Yeah, they owe us $800,000.
Listen, when Turk got out of jail, he sued them for like $1.3 million or whatever. And Birdman quickly settled the joint and paid it. So I guess it's like a Mendoza line. Like anything under $3 million, you might can get paid or whatever the fuck. Because they asked him about it. He was like, yeah, well, you know, what about Turk? He's like, man, that's old shit, man. We settled that shit. That shit ain't no motherfucking money. But you ain't going to get Wayne his 51, though.
Yeah, crazy. Birdman don't pay no goddamn body.
Birdman don't pay nobody but Birdman and Slim.
I saw Rod the other day was talking about the, you want to talk about that real quick? The culture of having to pay motherfuckers out there as opposed to everywhere else in the country.
What you mean?
Did you see that the other day?
I might have, I don't know.
Rod said he was watching a Vlad interview.
Okay.
And they were talking about how
the nature of like having to check in and
having to check in
shit
out
Cali.
LA, and how that don't happen. And
Yeah.
we were talking about how Brooklyn, all the gangs and here.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, like Suge Knight, Virgil Roberts, who was the attorney and the president of Solar Records, which is like the Motown of the 80s, big record label, they did the business formation and initially invested in Death Row Records before they did the Interscope deal. So very smart black guy, one of the first black people to ever go to UCLA. Brilliant fucking older black man or whatever. And he's basically saying that Suge had, when Death Row went to a state sale, Suge had a catalog of like tens of thousands of records from all these different people. Wu-Tang, Mary J. Blige, Biggie, this person, that person, like different motherfuckers collected over the years to where their way of checking in when they got to Cali was they had to do a record for Suge. So he just had all these master recordings of all these different people. And he's like, well, you know, whether he could clear them or not is a whole nother thing. But it went with the Death Row estate sale. And that's where there was a controversy with where Tupac's mom ended up suing Death Row and Suge because they had all these recordings on Tupac to where his estate should have the right to them because there was no clause in his contract that stated anything recorded during the contract period belonged to them. So Tupac had a 3-album deal, but he didn't have because they literally did the shit on a piece of paper in a jail meeting room. He didn't have a clause in the contract that said all your recordings during that 3-album recording and release period belonged to us. So his mom sued them and she got the right to all those master recordings, and that's how all the greatest hits and all them other albums came about. But yeah, literally, Suge was making motherfuckers come to the studio, meet with him, and record a record for as they're paying tithes or whatever to him and to the West Coast. And we talked about like how in the East Coast, the shit just don't happen because it ain't no unity. Like, look at GS9. They was terrorizing niggas in Brooklyn. Like, motherfuckers from up the street. You got 70 people got arrested because of that shit because y'all can't stay out of the clubs and off these corners shooting shit the fuck up. Same thing with fucking Taxstone and Troy Ave now. Y'all motherfuckers from 3 blocks away from one another.
It's ruining lives and shit.
And all these different people fucking lives is ruined because y'all can't get y'all shit together. So it's just like, it's just a difference in the culture of the coast, literally.
Shit, Detroit though. Detroit had the no-fly zone.
Oh man, that shit was real too.
Yeah,
Berg
Detroit
got
everybody.
hands and feet put on him.
Who?
Young Berg.
Oh yeah. Shit, you ever watch when Shotgun Suge battled Calico?
Yeah.
Suge battled Calico and he said basically fuck Proof.
Yeah.
And them niggas pressed him, you know, after the joint. So then when what's the nigga with the dread?
Arsenal
Came to
out there,
Detroit to battle Calico.
My nigga Suge got that shotgun.
They asked him before the joint. He was like, "Oh no, Suge not my man like that," you know. And then he started rapping, and in the middle of the verse said, "My nigga Suge got that shotgun."
Trick ran to the stage.
Came,
You said you ain't knowing.
I'm talking about middle of the battle.
Like,
if y'all
this is
ever want to
bad.
laugh, Arsenal versus Calico. Trick came running.
You
through
said you didn't know it.
He's like, "Nah, chill. I'm rapping. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about you rapping, nigga. You said you ain't know it." It's like that Detroit shit was real for a
That shit
little
was
second.
deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that no fly zone shit was extremely real, man. I mean, it's just like, it's ultimately like a motherfucker can pull that trick anywhere they want. The whole thing is you can say whatever you want. If you're going to enforce it is a whole nother thing. And how far you willing to go in enforcing this shit
See the
is...
Chicago niggas the other day. They shot up the fucking Chicago niggas don't fuck around. Ew. They shot up. It was a singer too.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even like a rap concert. It was a soulful.
Jacquees.
Jacquees, yeah, they
Shot the Jacquees show up.
Cause she ain't want to pay for what they call it
Protection?
Protection. Yeah.
No, you need this protection. No, I'm good, bro. No.
No,
You really should take the
I'm
protection.
telling you, I'm about to let the gun go. You need protection.
The Draco is in the Subaru. You need this protection, my nigga.
Yeah, that's Subaru.
You know what I'm saying? We came here nondescript because we knew that you was going to probably say that you didn't need the protection. The security detail is $38,000. You know what I'm saying? We need that.
Real quick before we try to wrap up this part, for you, 29 is a 2-part.
22-part episode. We got a crazy dope conversation for part 2.
Sean Spicer.
Oh, man. Rip Sean.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Sean Spicer as the trillest White House press secretary ever,
The
man.
hardest working man in show business ever. 7 months. His skin looked crazy. His hair's falling out.
Unlimited lies. Like,
Sean Spicer. Yeah, that's how you know it's bad.
22,000 mispronounced words.
When Sean Spicer, it's been 7 months. Sean Spicer like, look,
Fuck
I can't
this.
take this shit. I'm done. I've never seen a regime run like this ever.
Yeah,
ever.
the head of the was the FBI,
FBI, the
Secretary of
Defense, the what's the
Attorney
woman?
General.
Attorney General. Now the
Press Secretary.
Press Secretary. All gone.
Unprecedented turnover for a White House cabinet
In 7 or 8 months.
in a term,
In 2 terms.
in 2 terms, let alone 7 months. So that just basically lets you know, like, Trump on some like, yeah, fuck is going on? Yo, get these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Anybody can
and
get
I
it.
dare one of y'all pussies to tell me I don't know what I'm doing.
Hey, but Mr. Trump, last week you said we was doing something. Nah, fuck that. We doing something different.
Somebody
now.
the other day tweeted was like, imagine thinking back in 1994 that we'd be all wrapped around the TV waiting for OJ to get released from jail, and that the dude who made a cameo in Home Alone 2 would be the
Be
president.
president, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's crazy.
Bizarro world.
Bizarro world.
And the thing is, this will be my last point. I stood on a corner in the summer of 2015 talking to Mir from Dope Shows, and I told him, I said, the people of the United States, Middle America, are stupid enough to elect Donald Trump president. He's like, no, I don't think so, man. Like, I think it's just like a media thing that I'm like, I'm telling you, like, they are tricking the shit out of people, and people are literally convinced that this is a real thing, and the spin machine is going to work overtime getting him elected, and then fast forward and he's fucking president of the United States.
Crazy as
Man.
shit. I was thinking about
And
it.
it wasn't by a small margin.
No.
He won by a large
I
margin.
was thinking about it yesterday while I was driving, and I'm like, how the fuck did Donald Trump become the president? Like, I just burst out with that to myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, it doesn't make any sense.
Think about it all the time. He won Pennsylvania, my nigga.
It doesn't make any
Barack
sense.
won PA in a landslide twice. He won Pennsylvania. That's how piss poor of a candidate Hillary was.
It's like, yo, nah. Because he's not like, it's crazy, but I'm thinking about, like, you know, for our kids, like, going forward, being a president now is not like, it's almost like it's going to be like a joke. And I'm like, America really is a laughing stock.
Yeah.
You got all these world leaders who, like, be a voice. They said the whatever the first lady is of Japan,
Yeah.
supposedly was like, she was like going to act like she was deaf to not talk to him or some shit. Like,
Nobody wants to deal with
you
this
got
shit.
all these world leaders who want nothing to do with ball. It's just insane. I never seen nothing like it. Real quick, last point.
Yeah.
We gotta hit sports real quick.
Yeah.
Kyrie, man, is Cleveland falling the fuck apart?
It's over.
Is it over?
It's over. LeBron should just go ahead and speed this shit up and ask to get traded to the Lakers or something and just relieve all doubt because, like, Kyrie is literally asking to be traded as, like, a chess move to say, hey, I got 3 years left on my deal. You got 1. Let me get in front of this shit because I don't want to end up being stuck. I don't want to end up being. I don't want to end up being stuck in Cleveland when you leave again and the fucking franchise value plummets, and now they don't want to give me a supermax deal in 2 more years. Send me to New York. Send me to Miami. Send me to the Knicks. Anywhere but here.
Yeah.
They said Greg Popovich came off vacation to fill these phone calls.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'd like to see him go to the Wolves. If the Wolves if the Wolves give up Wiggins, I ain't gonna hold you. I'd like to see Wiggins play with LeBron.
Yeah,
because that was what it was supposed to be.
That was what it was supposed to be, and LeBron fucking traded him.
It would be dope because Wiggins has become like nice.
Yeah,
it would be crazy to see Wiggins run with LeBron. So I wouldn't mind seeing.
Only problem is they're gonna have Derrick Rose on one knee playing point guard.
Yeah, but not good. We gotta get Derrick Rose the fuck out of there. Like
14-4, baby.
They were saying that Magic Johnson was talking to Derrick Rose. I seen dudes at Magic Johnson like, pussy, I'll fuck you up. Like, yeah, man. It's just crazy that the Warriors
one shot destroyed the fucking whole NBA.
No, I was saying that the Warriors winning this chip put the whole entire NBA.
People literally are looking like we can't beat them. So I might as well. So now motherfuckers are making quality of life decisions. Like Chris Paul is like, I don't want to be in LA anymore. I want to be in Houston. Like, I'm going to make a quality of life thing where it's like, all right, I might not win, but I'm going to get to the Western Conference Finals with James Harden. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to cash the fuck out and I'm going to take home more bread being in Texas than fucking California.
Carmelo pulled his trade clause joint off real quick.
Immediately.
He was running to go to Cleveland. Then Clay said, Kyrie be like, oh, nah, I'm seeing what's up with H-Town. Like,
oh, I'm getting traded for Kyrie? Nigga, no.
I was going to trade to play with Kyrie, not for Kyrie.
No, y'all supposed to get Calderon for me. It's me for Calderon. Shit wild, man.
Yeah, it's a mess.
It's a crazy nigga week, man. Stay tuned for part 2 of episode 29 and a baby, 29 and a half, whatever you want to call it. Special guest Talib Dean. We had a crazy, dope conversation about everything. Yeah. Like a lot of shit like Philadelphia culture, Meek Mill, this, that, and the third. Crazy conversation. So stay tuned for that later in the week. This is episode 29, though. Any parting shots?
Nah. We're doing 2 episodes this week. First time in a while we've done that. Yeah. This drops today. 2 will be out. Part 2 will be out
midweek.
Yeah, Wednesday-ish. Give them something. And the crazy part is our part 2 is what? Almost 3 hours long.
Yeah, it's long as shit.
So yeah, don't be alarmed when you see 48 minutes on the box. We got a lot more heat coming this week.
Oh yeah.
So we out of here for the first time.
Yeah. We'll be back momentarily.
Yeah.
But not really. But back later.
The realest podcast ever.
Boom.